wanted to show it. It gives so much of inspiration. He just started, he doesn't even have a product. Yeah. I've shared in the chat box. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am. We will start presenting it, ma'am.
Yeah.
मेरा नाम जितेंद्र रावल है। स्कूल के साथ, कॉलेज के साथ मैंने एज अ साइबर कैफ़े में एज अ मैनेजर जॉब किया। वहाँ से मैंने इंटरनेट के बारे में सीखा, कंप्यूटर्स के बारे में सीखा, तो उधर से एक इंटरेस्ट जग गया इंटरनेट के प्रति। फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम्स की वजह से, फैमिली प्रॉब्लम्स की वजह से मुझे जल्दी जॉब ज्वाइन करनी पड़ी, तो ऐसे टाइम में फैमिली चलाना मुश्किल हो गया था। तो मैंने पैसा इकट्ठा किया, उससे फिर अहमदाबाद आया। यहाँ पे मैंने मेरा खुद का शर्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बिजनेस चालू किया। स्टार्टिंग में बहुत अच्छा था, क्लाइंट्स अच्छे मिल रहे थे, सेल अच्छी हो रही थी, प्रोडक्शन बहुत अच्छा था। धीरे धीरे पता चला ये तो क्रेडिट वाला बिजनेस है, लोगों के पेमेंट नहीं आ रहे थे और कंप्लीटली मैं फिनिश हो गया था, फिनिश। तो ऐसे टाइम में पेपर्स वगैरह में पढ़ा कि ई कॉमर्स बूम कर रहा है इंडिया में, उसका अच्छा फ्यूचर है। पेपर में अमेज़ॉन का वो देखा भी कि ऐसे सेलर ऑनबोर्ड हो रहे हैं, बन रहे हैं, मैन्युफैक्चरर्स डायरेक्ट ऑनलाइन सेल कर रहे हैं। तो मैं सोचा मैं भी करता हूँ, तो रजिस्टर किया। तो मैंने सोचा चलो कुछ ऐसी चीज़ लेते हैं जिसमें ज़्यादा मुझे मेहनत ना पड़े और अच्छे से बिक जाए। तो मैंने देखा वुमेंस लेगिंग्स का अच्छा अभी ट्रेंड चल रहा है, तो मार्केट गया, मैन्युफैक्चरर्स से मिला, लेगिंग्स वालों से। उनसे बोला भैया मुझे आप लेगिंग्स दो, मुझे ऑनलाइन बेचूंगा मैं आपका। तो मैं डेली जो ऑर्डर्स आते 10 पीस वापस रोज बाइक पे आता, रोज माल लेके जाता, वापस पैक करता, बेचता। घर से पूरा एक रूम से पूरा ये बिजनेस चल रहा था। अमेज़ॉन में मुझे सपोर्ट अच्छा मिलने लगा, अकाउंट मैनेजर्स ने अच्छी हेल्प की, उन्होंने मुझे लिस्टिंग्स अनाउंसमेंट वगैरह सब बताया कि कैसे आप अपना बिजनेस बढ़ा सकते हो। मैंने देखा ये बाज़ार से सोर्स कर रहा हूँ, मुझे महंगा पड़ रहा है, कॉस्टिंग बहुत ज़्यादा हो रही है। तो मैंने सोचा क्यों ना अपना मैन्युफैक्चरिंग लगाया जाए। तो जो मेरा जो सोर्सिंग पार्टनर था, जहाँ से मैं सोर्स करता था, उसके साथ ही मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में पार्टनरशिप कर ली और अब मेरी कॉस्टिंग कम हो गई। कॉस्टिंग कम होने से मैं प्रोडक्ट सस्ते में बेच पा रहा हूँ ऑनलाइन और उससे सेल बढ़ गई। फिर देखा कि अब इतना अच्छा सेल है वुमेंस लेगिंग्स में, तो दूसरी कैटेगरीज में भी जाना चाहिए मुझे, ताकि मैं बिजनेस ग्रो कर सकूँ। बहुत सी कैटेगरीज है जो मुझे यहाँ ईजिली अवेलेबल हो सकती है। क्यों ना किया जाए, क्यों ना इसका फ़ायदा लिया जाए। हम इसी जगह पे बैठे हैं अहमदाबाद में, तो इसका फ़ायदा लेना चाहिए। लोग ऐसे भी कांटेक्ट में आए जो ये कहने लगे कि हमको भी ऑनलाइन बिजनेस करना है। विद इन 1 ईयर जो अमेज़न का मेरा जर्नी है, उसके अंदर मैंने मिनिमम 6 सेलर्स को मैंने खुद ने सिखाया, उनको ऑनबोर्ड करवाया और आज वो बहुत सक्सेसफुल सेलर है। मेरा ये जो जर्नी था अमेज़न के साथ, आश्चर्यजनक बोलिए, रोमांचकारी बोलिए, कुछ भी बोलिए, मतलब इतना मैं खुश था, मेरी लाइफ बदल दी। जीतू फ्रॉम जीरो टू हीरो हो गया।
So I just wanted to share this video with everybody. How he started even without any product. He just brought from the market. After receiving the orders, he started selling. Then he found out a way, partnered with somebody who is manufacturing leggings, and then started selling more things. So he just started, as he said, zero to hero. So there is no, he doesn't have any funding or backup or nothing he had. Like he just started as a seller, registered as a seller with the basic documents, and after order comes, he just went and started buying from the malls, like bazaar. He said, like, and started selling, sending the orders. So initially he started with that, just not to take more risk. But after that, it was not profitable because he is buying from somebody else and selling. So obviously the charges will be more. So he started collaborating with a manufacturing person. So this is the way, like it is suitable for anybody. I will be telling you in the later slides, like how it is suitable for sellers of different types. So let's go. I just wanted to give you a glance. Like this, so many success stories are there. Even the weavers, Indian weaving community. There is a weaver from Andhra Pradesh who has installed and revived the weaving industry. Weaving industry is dying, right? So he has revived the weaving industry just by selling his village, the weavers in this village. He get the products from they formed a cooperative society and started selling the weaved products in Amazon, and now they are making such a good revenue. So why Amazon? So Amazon, these are the real numbers, current numbers. They have 7 lakh GST registered sellers. That means they are authorized, they are generating revenue. 7 lakh sellers are generating revenue through Amazon. And 10 lakh plus SMBs. Small SMBs is nothing but small and medium businesses. They work with Amazon. What I mean by this is, say if you are a photographer, if you are good at photography, you can become a product photographer and register with Amazon as an Amazon authorized photographer. And you can provide your service for the sellers where you can photograph the products according to the Amazon requirements and give them and earn money. So these kind of different service providers are generating their income along with Amazon. That is 10 lakh people and 10 lakh small medium are working with Amazon. And 4,152 sellers in this just 2020 alone, they did 1 crore sales, above 1 crore sales. This many sellers have made sales. Each one of them has made more than 1 crore sales in 2020. 4,152 sellers. And 64% increase in monthly order volumes. For these kind of sellers, like overall order volumes has been increased 64% in 2020. This shows more number of new customers started coming and purchasing through Amazon. So yeah, the order volumes have been increased to 64%, that which is more than half, more than half of the person. That is 64% is a huge chunk, right? That much has increased in 2020. So these are some statistics I wanted to present here. And what is the Amazon seller advantage? Because you have a large base of customers, 100 million registered users. What else you need to present your product? If you conservatively put 10% of them needs your product also, you will be making a good sales, right? Well-established technical infrastructure. Amazon has such a wonderful platform, which is technically so much updated, no downtime, and also it gives you all the facilities. You don't need to have a chartered accountant. You have accounting stuffs taken care by Amazon. They generate invoice, give it to you. They take care of taxing, the sales, and all those things. And also you have people who can digitally market your products within the Amazon. Amazon has a wonderful advertising platform where you can do paid ads and promote your products to reach more customers within Amazon. And like this, so many other, it's a full-fledged, complete technical platform where you get all the services required to sell your product within Amazon itself. So it's a complete platform and trusted place. Or otherwise you need to go out and procure, like you have to recruit for everything, you have to recruit somebody, right? So those headaches they take care. And trusted place for sellers with timely payout. They pay every 7 days. Whatever sales happened, they will be transferring the amount after taking their commission. So that is the trusted place for sellers. And top-notch marketing. So as I said, they have wonderful advertising platform where you can advertise, you paid advertising you can do. And also you can get the business data insights, which product is, if you're selling 2-3 products, say leggings, t-shirts, and menswear, women's wear, like that, you can just have a insight, like which is going fast, which is having more customers, what is the problem based on the feedback, and all those kind of business data insights you can get. That facility is also in your dashboard within Amazon. And seller can tap the huge service provider pool for all their, that's what I said, SMBs, right? You can use the service providers to create a product photography of yours and do the accounting, digital marketing, and other whatever needs you have within that. You can, if you need a model for shooting your products, that also you can have. There are people who provide that kind of service which are authorized by Amazon. So you can use them. You need not go and hunt for these people or recruit them as employees and give them regular salaries. Only on the project basis you can use them from Amazon, and also it's Amazon verified people. So you have that credibility also. And okay, now you may tell like, okay, I know like what are the seller advantages, what are the customer advantages, all the statistics, how I can become an Amazon seller. So that's what, like all you need to become an Amazon seller is valid email ID, phone number, PAN number, and GST registration. That is very mandatory. Bank account from an India-based bank. I mean like SBI or like it has to, the bank has to be Indian-based bank. And also a digital signature. Digital signature is nothing but you need to scan your signature, which was put in a white paper, so that you have to store and provide it in during the registration process. So these are the things you need to become a seller. So I think time is running up, so I will just like give quicker informations. So who can sell on Amazon? Either you can be a manufacturer or you can be a distributor, authorized distributor of these manufacturers, or a reseller. You can buy from them and resell. So that you can do. And individuals, if you have your own products, you are say you are making jewelries and selling, you are making handcraft items and selling, or you are doing your own herbal products and selling. So these individuals also can sell. How to choose your product? So decide on the category, identify the best sellers, and also choose your product. So how to decide on the category? If I show this here, one second. So these best sellers, if you log into Amazon.in and you can just check out like if you, these are the categories. So say you want to sell some home and kitchen appliances, right? You can click on that and go for the best sellers option. Okay, you can see like what are the best selling items under the home and kitchen category. See, these are the home and kitchen category based on the ranking. This is the best selling. This is the second best selling, third best selling. So like this, you can choose the products which are less competition, which have less competition and higher profit margins. So you can choose and try to become a reseller or individual. So you can, if you have your own product, first identify the category of the product which is best selling in Amazon. If you go, suppose if you are going for the craft materials, you can see here. See the crayons. It's a Faber-Castell crayon. You can become a reseller of a Faber-Castell crayon. These kind of craft items are sold as the best sellers. So you have to identify under which category. If you did and go and see what are the best selling materials in that category. And identify the best sellers. That's what. Decide your category, identify the best sellers, and see what is the price range they are selling, what are the reviews, rankings of the existing product, what are the problems in the existing product. That you can use it, the feedbacks of the existing products. If you see reviews, you will be able to see what are the problems in the existing product, how you can solve and bring out a new product. So those things you can grab from these information and choose a product. Among this, like if you can, you will have two or three more categories in your mind. So choose which product and which category based on all this basic research, doing a basic research. After that, you choose your product. And how to, okay, I have chosen my product and the category, how to go about procuring the products. These are the common ways followed. You can have any other way also, but these are the common ways that are followed. You can go to the India Mart and check who is the wholesaler or the manufacturer for that product. You can search and find out their contact numbers and approach them and ask them for a negotiable like competitive price. You can tell them that you are going to resell so that they give a better pricing for you, and procure from them and sell it. So before that, you need to check how much stock they can provide, because you should not become a out of stock when there is more demand, right? So you need to check whether there will be continuous supply. So you can use India Mart, or you can directly approach the manufacturers and wholesalers. Say if you are going to supply wood pressed oils, you can approach a manufacturer who is doing and have a tie up with them and get his product and resell. Manufacturer or wholesalers, and import from other countries. If you want to sell a product which is not available in India and only available outside India, and there is separate licenses and documents needed for that, you can import the product and sell it through Amazon within India. Okay, right? So these are the different ways where you can procure and sell. So okay, fine. I know like how to find the category. I know like registration I have done, and I know how to procure. But does it need a huge investment? I would tell not, but because invest low initially. That is the conservative set. Like you will be having a safer side, right? So 15 to 20K will be ideal budget where you can start investing and test the waters. Test the waters, see the demand. You need to see how much return comes, because if there is some returns, you have to compensate that also, right? So all these things you have to put in, and also I would not suggest all the 15K you put in a single product. You can just divide, and 2-3 products you can try, buy it and put it in the Amazon and try selling it and see which has the more demand, and then decide on that. So procure less quantity initially, work out on the pricing based on the competitors pricing in Amazon, and also you should have profit, right? So, and also shipping rates and all those things, Amazon commission rates, so many things are there, right, in the pricing. So you have to, based on all those things, you have to fix a pricing for your product. And then if you have no place to stock, you can tell like, ma'am, I have a small house, like, or I don't have place in my house to stock. Then how can I stock the challenge? Amazon has an option like fulfillment by Amazon. So that is nothing but Amazon warehouse. So you can, if you go to that option, they just charge a minimum amount of rent for storing your products, and they take care of deliverables, packing and deliverables for you. So for that also, you need not worry about. If you don't have enough space, you can go for Amazon FBA option and analyze the sales report. So after investment, you have to, after sales happens, you need to analyze that, and also keep in check for returns and reasons, like why returns are happening. Is it a genuine return? Sometimes the customer, the problem will be with the customer. They just like that buy and they use it and return it. Those things also will happen sometimes. So you need to keep in check for the returns and reasons, and like act smartly. Like you need to ask for the pictures when they open and all those things. When you get into the seller central, you will know all these things, and get the customer feedback then and there. Once you deliver the products, you can just wait for weeks. Ideal time is a week. So after that, you can check with the customer and make them put a feedback under your account under that product, so that more feedbacks and more reviews, you get more ratings. And the costs. What are the costs involved? These are the costs involved. Referral commissions. Amazon giving you the platform and all the infrastructure to sell your product, right? So you need to pay a certain percentage. This percentage differs for each category of the product. 4%, 5%, 8%, like that. Based on the category, the percentage of commission differs. And shipping cost. There are different shipping methods. If you choose Amazon to ship on behalf of you, you have to pay the shipping cost for the Amazon. And closing fee. Based on the category and weight of the product, there is a closing fee, because they deliver, right? They take care of the logistics. And warehouse and pick and pack charges, it's optional. If you go for FBA, then you have to pay for the warehouse rental, and they pick and pack your products, right? So for that, so these two charges, they are optional. Only if you go for the FBA, those charges apply. And this marketing cost, that is optional. And that is also optional. If you want to increase your sales, reach more customers, you can run ads within Amazon. When you pay for the ads, they will identify your target customers and show your product when people search. Say you are selling fitness equipments, and it will show whenever people search for fitness equipments, it will take your product and show in front of them first. So like that, for promoting more, you can go for ad campaigns. That is also optional charge. So these are the different charges involved when you register as a seller and do sales in Amazon. These everything only say when the sales happens. If it's not like generically it happens, only for each transaction all these charges apply. So there is something called Amazon pricing calculator, which you can use to decide on the pricing of your product along with your and how much profit you will get. So this you can use, and you can do a competitor price analysis. Before pricing, you should do a competitor price analysis, right? You have to analyze the competitor, what are the for the same quantity, same kind of product, how much the competitor is pricing his product, how much shipping charge is doing. All those things you have to put it in an Excel sheet and analyze, and consider cost involved. Costs are shipping, referral charges, closing charges, as I said, all these things in the previous slide I have told. So you have to consider all these things before pricing your product, because otherwise you will not have profit. And stable pricing. And there is something like, say, you may like fix 800 per product this month and this week. And you may see like, okay, this week, next week, I will change my product to 600. You can. The next week, you will tell like, okay, people started buying, I will change it to the 900. So it should be stable, right? You can keep changing your product. At least like when you change it very frequently, you can definitely change the product pricing. But when you change it very frequently, the credibility on your product will go, on your brand will go. Okay. So that is the reason you should not keep on changing your pricing frequently. And everything is set. So how to launch? So first you need to get the category approval. There are different types. If you sell a food product, you need to have a FSSAI license. For some food products, you need lab test report. Like that, for certain things, you just need the documents, whichever I said, and you can go ahead. There is no need of extra documents. So it's based on the category. You need to have certain set of documents or not. So, and also you apply for the category and the brand approval, and you do the product photography as per the Amazon standards. They have style guides which you can use, and have a photo of your products to put it in the Amazon. And then once everything is done and your store is launched, you can start listing your products. That is like if you are selling say casual clothing, it may be a t-shirt, it may be a legging, it may be a pajamas. So all these things are different products. You have to list all these things in your under your login, under your Seller Central account. So once you start listing, the customers will start seeing your products and start buying from you. So these are the major 3 processes you need to take care of. And okay, the order has come for me. I have listed, launched the store. Now the order has come. So how do I do shipping for the product to the customer? So there are 3 options: easy ship, fulfillment by Amazon, and self ship. Self ship is nothing but, the third one is nothing but, you choose your own courier partner, local courier partner, and send the courier through them. Easy ship is you go for Amazon person to deliver your product. Amazon person, you can schedule a pickup slot, and Amazon person will come pick your product. You need to pack and keep it ready according to the Amazon standards. Okay, properly packed. And then they will come pick up your product and deliver it to the customer. So for this, you need to pay a percentage for the shipping charges. And fulfillment by Amazon is nothing but, you can just place your products in bulk in Amazon warehouse, and Amazon will take care of packing the individual orders and delivering it to the customer. So that is fulfillment by Amazon. So these are the three methods you have in Amazon to ship. And payment for every 7 days after deducting the commissions, you will be getting paid. So that makes the complete cycle of selling in Amazon. So this gives a complete selling of Amazon, complete selling cycle of Amazon. Hope this clarifies the basic doubts you had in Amazon selling. And these are the resources. We are the Amazon authorized partners. And what we do is we help in launching new stores, boosting sales in the existing stores, and managing paid ad campaigns. So these are the services we take care of for sellers who want these kind of services. So you can note down. So very happy to be delivering this session to young minds. So thank you. If you have any questions, yeah, go ahead, please.
Ma'am, a question, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can anyone other than Amazon, can they restrict us from selling the products on Amazon, ma'am?
Pardon? Anyone apart from Amazon?
Apart from Amazon, can any other person, like the person who is giving me the product, can he restrict me from selling it on Amazon?
Yeah, because yeah, in the sense you need to get the approval. Say if you are selling in the bulk, say if you want to sell, you need to tell the you need to get the invoice, like you are buying this many products. Say you are buying 100 tea packets, okay, from say 3 roses or some herbal green tea. You have to you have to get the invoice that this product you are buying for reselling purpose. Then only Amazon itself will allow you the invoice. If you are a reseller, you have to provide that invoice copy. Then only Amazon will allow you to register. Okay. So and you should be authorized. You should get the permission, that letter from the manufacturer, right? And also, if you are buying Samsung and all those things, only that invoice will do. If you are selling Samsung phones, okay, if you are buying 100 pieces of Samsung phones, you just get the invoice mentioned that this is purchased for the reselling purpose. That is enough.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Participants, any other questions, you can unmute yourself and you can ask directly to ma'am. Participants? Ma'am, on behalf of students, I have question, ma'am.
Yeah.
Now, mostly in our STP, first year students, second year students, and few final years and PG students are there. With your experience, can you suggest if some students are wanted to sell some products in Amazon, what is the product they can take it up? So that kind of advice we need it from you, because some students are good in yeah, please, ma'am.
No, yeah, you carry on. Some students are good at
good in their own art, ma'am. Artwork they are having. They wanted to sell some beauty products, or like you said, some homemade recipes. So
yeah,
what is that? Or yeah, or they can be they can sell the other products. They can take the referral income. So if at all they do something, what is the correct method for the students to do, ma'am? Please, your advice, madam.
Definitely. They need to do a simple research within Amazon. They just need to log in at amazon.in and choose their category. Choose their category and say if they want to sell some ready mixes, as you said, homemade recipes, then they can go for the grocery and gourmet category in the Amazon. Grocery and gourmet category, they can just type say if they want to sell, as I said, like they want to sell some puliyogare paste. So they can just type that products will be listed, whatever available already in Amazon. They can just see if they click on that product, they will definitely have the complete detail of what is the ranking of that product in that category. How many people has reviewed that category? That tells number of people who has purchased that product, right? That one. And what is the pricing, and what are the like different say for a tea, if there is a tea, they will be selling when the herbal teas are now famous, immunity booster teas are famous, and flavored teas like chamomile tea and green tea and lemon tea. So there are different flavors. So which one has more demand? Like that, they first have to deciding the category is based on their availability of the product or connect they have. They may be knowing a manufacturer who is ready to give electronic mobile accessories, say mobile cover. Then they can go and research in that mobile cover, mobile accessories category. So it all depends on the network connectivity and their budget. First, any individual has to decide their product. So that totally depends on the individual person. And second step, they can do a research like this. After deciding the category, they can do a research like this, and they will know what is the general market price for a 50 gram of tea packet. What are the competitors who are available? How much shipping charges they are having? Everything they will definitely able to extract the data. They have to record all these things in an Excel sheet. When they put all these things, they will have a clear picture, and also the review, like how much it is selling per month, how much it is. And they will be knowing like 5,000 people has bought it. All those things, 5,000 reviews will be there. Star rating will be there. So they can decide on that. Even branded teas, they can approach them and ask for reselling options. And they can give a very competitive pricing. It's not necessary always you need to be a manufacturer. They can tie up with some products which is really good and get the products in wholesale rates from them and sell it in Amazon. Just invoice alone, as I said, they have to get it. So just do a basic research in whatever product you are interested to sell. If you see, during the festive season, they sell Maavilai in Amazon. Maavilai they sell, right? So these are such an very like people don't expect. Oh, they sell Amazon la Maavilai kuda vikrangla, like that it will be like. So these are the, so there is nothing like edukku demand varundradhe vandu. And Rakhi season la people go to Paris, buy Rakhi ropes and sell it. They make so much of profit. Nothing like there is a chocolate bouquet, SFU or some seller is there in Amazon. Then do nothing. They just buy Kit Kat, Dairy Milk, and all these chocolates, no? All these things, 5-star, everything he buys in bulk. And he arranges nicely in a basket, the combo pack, and with a Rocky. So definitely during the Rocky season, they have a habit of gifting, right? So this and that together combo, he puts for 100% profit. In that season, it will go. In that season, it will go like anything. And that he doesn't need to do anything, right? He just gets all the chocolates from different brands. All the chocolates he buys, he keeps in stock. As and when the order arrives, based on that order, he arranges that and tags and sends it. So like that, you have varied range of options. During the Holi, that Holi coloring stick, no, that they procure from Paris and they sell. So wholesalers. So there are seasonal, you should think. In the season ke edu pogum nalla, Diwali season ke edu pogum, Pongal season ke edu they will buy. Like that also you can be a versatile seller also. And that is one thing. And certain things are evergreen, like groceries, like what we say, like in the Madri tea packets. So in the Madra month on month they buy, right? month on month. So that way also they can choose. So these are the different paths they can choose. Once they get into it, definitely they will get a good idea after doing a basic research. Hope that answers the question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And we have one participant, Mr. Ranjit. Ranjit, you can ask your question directly to ma'am.
Sure. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ramya ma'am, your classes was very nice and encouraging to all the youngsters to be as an entrepreneur, to all the college graduates. In nowadays, in a pandemic situation, we are very lost and we missed our college life. So you gave us a wonderful webinar, and we feel very proud that in other college students are also attending this webinar and gaining knowledge from you. I have read about you, and I'm a great inspiration. I was great inspiration to your. I know Ramya Vijay Kumar ma'am. I only your bio and your photo. Now only I really saw you on my face-to-face contact. I feel very proud, ma'am, and I have a small doubt, ma'am. Shall I ask, ma'am?
Yeah. Sure.
Yes, ma'am. As a young entrepreneur, what would you say are the 3 topmost skills to be needed for successful entrepreneur for our youngsters, ma'am? For like a small advice to all the youngsters to be as an entrepreneur, any top 3 skills like your wish, ma'am, you may say means that will be followed for me to achieve to be a successful entrepreneur means what are the 3, ma'am?
Very nice question. So definitely I will answer this. First thing, you should be dynamic. ஒரு பிஸ்னஸ் எடுத்தோம், அது ஒழுங்கா தப்பு பண்றது எல்லாருமே பண்ணுவோம். We will do mistakes. Definitely we should not go down. Even I am a best example for that. So you should keep revisiting your plan. இந்த ஒர்க் ஆகலையா, you should closely follow. Business ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டோம், we started a business, okay, it will grow on its own way அப்படின்னா it's not that. It's not a weed to grow by itself, right? You should closely monitor, be passionate, have a strong network in your niche. Say if you are running a business, say you are a website designer, for example, I'm telling, have a close network where you can collaborate with people. அதாவது நீங்க மட்டுமே எல்லாம் பண்ணணும், you should not think. You collaborate with people, have a strong network, and be dynamic. Networking and dynamic thing is very important. You should change the plan, fine tune the plan. And when you think like you are not going in the correct direction, don't be afraid to stop it there and revisit and change your plan. நம்ம இதுல இறங்கிட்டோம், நம்ம இதுலயே தான் போகணும், லாஸ் வந்தா கூட நினைக்கவே கூடாது. You stop it, change, revisit, rework on it, and go ahead. So there is always a way to go ahead. It's just a starting. The business start ஆனோன்னா பூமுக்கு போயிடணும்னு நம்ம எதிர்பார்க்கவே முடியாது. பேசிக் ரிசர்ச் நல்லா பண்ணுங்க. And before jumping into the business, complete our business plan வந்து நம்ம வெளியில கொடுத்து எழுதிடலாம். We can outsource it, but it is not the way. You are that business is your brainchild. So sit and நீங்க பிளான் போடுங்க. You need to plan your business. Where I am going to sell this, what price I am going to sell this. If it is not, what are the other various areas I can expand. ஏன்னா நீங்க ஒரே லைன்ல போயிட்டு இருக்க முடியாது. இந்த லைன்ல போகும்போது நான் எக்ஸ்பான்ஷனுக்கு வேற என்னென்னலாம் இதை சுத்தி what I can do. So all these things நீங்க பிசினஸ் பிளானை சின்சியரா எழுதிங்கன்னா you will get a road map. So அந்த road mapல you have to travel, and that also may fail. அந்த டைம்ல you should not go down, you should not get frustrated. Where I am doing wrong, அந்த இடத்துல நின்னு you have to think, you have to pause for some time and think. Be dynamic, ready to change yourself, ready to adapt to the changes, and have a good network of similar entrepreneurs. There you will learn much. Similar entrepreneurs have their problems, they will be ready to share and all those things. Now social media is a boon. You can use it positively or negatively. Use it positively. That's what I tell for the younger generation. You can connect even to a CEO of one of the top companies through social media. So use that opportunity and build a network. Have mentor from that one of the people who can guide you correctly. Okay, so I think in the starting stages.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me and as a small advice. And this is not my doubt. And another student is listening to you. He's only he's deaf, blind, and he cannot able to speak. He had said to me by his mother has said to me by action, we are both are listening to your classes, and he's going to be start an entrepreneurship by his phone, blind, and he can't able to hear anything. Only sorry, he can't able to speak anything. He can able to only hear. He's hearing your lecture for past 1 hour. He can't able to see you, but he wishing to see your face, but he can't able to see you, ma'am. And he's going to be an entrepreneur, so that he has asked you this doubt, so that I have asked this doubt.
What is his name?
Mahavishnu.
All the best, Mahavishnu, and any help, anytime you can approach me. I will be happy to guide you. And I'm totally impressed by the way of dedication you have put in, and all the best for your entrepreneurial journey. Very happy for that.
Thank you so much, Samya ma'am.
Thank you.
All the participants are requested to turn on your cameras for a photo session.
We request all the participants to turn on your video for a photo session with Ramya ma'am.
Yeah, I would love to have one copy of that.
Yeah, Nandini, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. The imprints made by you will be cherished in our mind forever. Great is the art of beginning, but greater is the art of ending. Now, I would like to call Sharmati, Student Coordinator, 1st BCom C, to present the oath of thanks.
Thank you, Nandini. Good evening to one and all gathered here. I take great honor and privilege for me to propose the vote of thanks for this event to all the dignitaries assembled here. It is a matter of pride for me that I got this opportunity to thank everyone present here. First and foremost, I thank our chief guest, Ms. Ramya, who in spite of her busy schedule, accepted our invitation and address our participants. Thank you, ma'am. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our Director and Secretary, Brother Dr. S.R. Kiraj, our Academic Director, Dr. Fatima Vasan, Principal, Dr. Usha George, Vice Principal Shift 1, Dr. B. Meena, Vice Principal Shift 2, Dr. Arokya Mary Geeta Das, our beloved Head of Department, Commerce, Dr. D. Unica, for their constant support and guidance. I would like to thank the event coordinators, Professor T. Vaidegi, Dr. Mahendran, and Professor Sunita John, and the student representatives and student coordinators for their valuable contribute, guidance, and encouragement in all our efforts. I extend my sincere thanks to all our faculty members of the Patrician family for their support. Last but not least, I would like to thank our wonderful audience for their patience and support. We hope the best for you and success in your future. Once again, I thank you all for your attention. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharmati. And I would like to thank for this opportunity the patrons, Dr. S. Arokiraj, the Director and Secretary, Dr. Fatima Vasant, Academic Director, and Dr. Usha George, Principal, and the Vice Principals, Dr. B. Meena, and Dr. Arogya Sami Geeta Das, and the conveners, Unica ma'am and Nagajyoti ma'am, and the coordinators, Mahendran, Sunita, and Vaidegi ma'ams. And very thanks for all the patience the students they had to listen to the session. And I'm totally inspired by the person, one of the candidates also. So all the best for all of you. Have a bright future and enjoy your entrepreneur journey or whatever journey you take. Be always curious to learn and have a bright future. Thank you all.
Sunset are proof that ending can also be beautiful. Thank you for beginning, patient listeners. And this is Nandini signing off. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you.